Hey YouTube, Halo Guy here. Whoa. Before you start typing in the comments, just let me explain the title first off. When I say Halo can learn from Call of Duty and Modern Warfare, I'm not talking about gameplay or anything like that, so do not worry. We've already seen what happens when Halo tries to copy from COD. You get Halo 4's multiplayer and no one wants that. No. I'm talking about Modern Warfare's recent confirmation on how it will be managing crossplay between consoles and the PC platform. Let's get into it. Now, as you're probably aware, 343 seem to be a lot more committed into providing PC players with Halo games. We started off with Halo 5 Forge and custom games moving to the PC platform. We then got Halo Wars 2 along with the definitive edition of Halo Wars 1. And now we have MCC coming very soon, and it's in the middle of being flighted to Halo Insiders. And in 2020, Halo Infinite, a mainline Halo game, is going to launch on the PC platform alongside the Xbox One release on release day. No delays like Halo 1 and 2, it is going to be treated like a first class citizen. So with Halo Infinite and MCC coming to the PC, I do think that crossplay is inevitable. Maybe not with the Master Chief Collection, since that's a whole other beast and they already are having some coding difficulties with it all, since it's not even supposed to run on a PC. So I wouldn't mind if crossplay doesn't come to the MCC. However, Halo Infinite, I feel like, since it is being made from the ground up with a completely new engine, might I add, I do think that crossplay will definitely 100% happen. Now, that might get a lot of people riled up due to the fact that keyboard and mouse players are already going to be at a much higher advantage, and people using a controller are going to be very disadvantaged when going up against PC players using a mouse and keyboard. So where does Call of Duty come into this? Well, they've recently announced that they are going to be implementing crossplay based on inputs. So that means that by default, players that are using a controller will match people using a controller, and people using a keyboard and mouse will match people using a keyboard and mouse. Now, on PC, users can opt to plug in a controller and replicate the console experience, and if they do that, they'll actually be matched with console players automatically, whereas if you are a console player, you will have to opt in to being matched against anyone with a keyboard and mouse in your settings. Something similar has happened with Fortnite, since Fortnite is in all platforms and every single platform is now mixed in together into the same matchmaking system, which is great for everyone because it means that search times and waiting times in between matches gets cut down significantly if you opt in to being matched against any input device. And this is exactly what I want for Halo Infinite, and then Halo going forward as a whole. If someone wants to jump in, maybe play a quick game of Social Slayer, but maybe don't want to wait too long to find a match, maybe they're playing off peak, or they're playing 2 years into the game's life cycle, or a mixture of both things, and maybe they'll have to wait 2-3 minutes, maybe they don't want to do that, maybe they only want to wait 30 seconds max in order to find a quick game before they maybe go out and leave the house. Well, they can then opt in to play with any input device, and while yes, they may match up with keyboard and mouse players and be at a slight disadvantage, but maybe they don't care about that. Not everyone cares about being super competitive and not having a disadvantage. Maybe they just want to jump into the game, have a little bit of fun, and kill some people. Where on the other side of things, the competitive players, or people who like to be on a completely 100% even playing field, like myself, we can actually choose to never ever be matched with keyboard and mouse players. But that does mean that we can actually still play with friends that are using a keyboard and mouse on their PC if we want to play custom games or maybe even co-op campaign. Now, that is really important because that means everyone gets thrown into the same pool together, and it is just great for the Halo community as a whole, and we don't get segregated and split up into two platforms, the console and the PC, which ultimately wouldn't be good for the population of the game as a whole. If we're all thrown into the same matchmaking system, and people can opt in and out as they please, it means that the community will be unified and united together, and it will create a much stronger force and bond between us and doesn't cause any sort of wars, sort of like how Siege is. If you are a console player or a PC player, chances are you're not a fan of the other side. I've seen a lot of PC Siege players completely dismiss console players due to the fact that they don't use a mouse and keyboard, and apparently they are not as good as the game as they are, which maybe isn't true. They just have a slightly easier time with a mouse and keyboard. But we're not going to get into that debate. Mouse and keyboard is easier to use, controller harder to use, but at the same time, keyboard and mouse is a lot more accurate and doesn't have any auto aim or auto assist, whereas a controller does. But you all know that already, I don't need to get into that. But to wrap things up, Halo Infinite and every Halo game going forward should have crossplay with an opt-in or out system, where if you're a controller player, you might not want to match with a keyboard player, and vice versa. But that's all from me today, guys. Leave down in the comments below your opinion on the matter. Should there be crossplay? Should there not be crossplay? Should an opt-in and out system exist if there is crossplay? I want to know what you think. But other than that, guys, like the video if you enjoyed, it helps the channel out a ton. Subscribe with notifications if you haven't already to stay up to date with all my latest videos as soon as they go live. In the future, I'll be covering all Halo news, big or small, so you'll want to keep up with the channel. I'd like to thank you all for watching till the end, I really appreciate it. I'll see you guys next time, and have a good one.